Hello everyone and welcome to your Advective weather update here on July 1st, 2023. Today we have lots to talk about with severe weather. Now it's an active period that we're heading into, so make sure that you check out our video and the link in the description for how to make a severe weather plan, just in case you're in the risk over the next few days and weeks. Let's talk about the current setup with the weather right now. You'll notice some thunderstorms going up in northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, prompting a severe thunderstorm watch, stretching all the way from the Missouri-Arkansas border all the way into the state of Indiana. We also have more severe thunderstorms that have developed in the state of Tennessee into quite the line that is beginning to move through the state and has prompted its own severe thunderstorm watch as well. Heading into what's going on today, we do have a risk for severe thunderstorms that is stretching all the way from around Columbia, Missouri, all the way over to around central North Carolina and Virginia. So there's an enhanced risk today that stretches all the way from southeastern Missouri all the way to central Kentucky and southern Indiana. We're going to have damaging winds over 80 miles per hour, 1 inch in diameter hail, and a few tornadoes being a real possibility today as well. Severe storms are already ongoing, hence the severe thunderstorm watch, but around 3 p.m. central, that's when we're really going to start to see severe thunderstorms begin to fire up. So we still have a couple hours yet before we really have to worry about that. And a strong line of storms will eventually emerge. It's going to roar through the area, especially the enhanced risk area, into the afternoon and evening hours before the western side of our slight risk is going to have to endure some severe storms in the overnight hours. Let's talk about the official forecast in a bit more detail now. The hatched area that you see there, that's in southern Indiana and Illinois, and as well as extreme northwestern Kentucky. That area is where 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts are a real possibility. If you're in the red area surrounding that, that means you're going to have numerous severe thunderstorms, and you're likely to be impacted by that big line moving through. Wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, and perhaps even 70 are likely. If you're in the slight risk, that's in the yellow, level 2 out of 5, that means you have a few storms that'll likely produce damaging winds within the region. So not everyone there in the slight risk is going to get severe weather. However, you should still have your guard up as a few storms capable of damaging winds will be possible. As we head into the large hail threat here, you'll notice in the yellow region, that's where our slight risk of large hail is. That's the highest chance for a region of hail over 1 inch in diameter. Then in the brown area, a marginal risk there, level 1 out of 5 for large hail. Very isolated, but still a non-zero chance. Let's take a look now at tornado potential. That very small brown region, that's where we're going to have a focused corridor of a few tornadoes being likely. That's going to be in association with that line of storms and a few storms that could form ahead of the line. And then the green area surrounding that and the little green blip in Texas there, that's where a tornado or two is possible. No tornadoes of particularly strong variety are expected today. Let's take a look at a weather model now. This is the high resolution rapid refresh model, and you'll notice that that line of storms that I was talking about begins to form relatively quickly here, and that's going to move through in more robust fashion through the entirety of our forecast area into the overnight hours. We don't quite have all the hours out just yet from the model as of the recording of this video for what's going to happen, but you can see that robust line that we're talking about that's going to move on through with time. Let's talk about what's going on now ahead of this. We do have a slight risk of severe storms tomorrow from the mid-Atlantic into the southern United States, especially the south-central U.S., including Little Rock. So that stretches from around Little Rock, Arkansas to Washington, D.C., as well as Delaware, as well as southern New Jersey there as well. So large slight risk tomorrow. We're going to have a marginal risk for severe storms in the southeastern U.S., as well as the northern plains on Monday. And then on Independence Day, we have a slight risk in the northern plains for severe thunderstorms as well. All of these are driven by the threat for large hail and damaging winds. So the expectation isn't that we're going to have any sort of huge day that's going to be of any particularly intense variety. However, we're still going to see a few severe storms over the next few days, and they should be watched closely, especially on Independence there in the state of Nebraska. Make sure that you're having your guard up there if you're having any outdoor celebrations. All right, let's now dive into what's going on tomorrow in a bit more detail. This is the final thing we'll do before we close out. We'll give more details on what's happening on Monday and Independence Day if we deem that necessary in a future video. Tomorrow, you'll notice they're stretching from Little Rock all the way to Washington, D.C. That threat for damaging winds. Large hail is about the same, but you'll notice those damaging wind threats out in the plains and in the Rockies are no longer there, but our large hail threat is the same. Yellow is where you have scattered coverage, isolated coverage in the brown, and then finally our tornado threat. We haven't looked at a map that looks like this in quite a while, but it's very nice to see. Nowhere in the nation, even in a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, for a tornado threat, so it looks like the tornado threat tomorrow is going to be minimal. 1 or 2 tornadoes is always possible with severe weather, but I'd be surprised if we even see one, so we'll just have to see what happens there. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, be sure to check out our severe weather preparation guide, link in the description, if you're in severe risk over the next few days. You can hit the like button on this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel for more information like this, and stay tuned for our YouTube short later today regarding Hurricane Patrice in the Eastern Pacific Ocean. You can also join our Discord community, link in the description. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.